Oh, hello there. We are back, and the main course today is going into the abyss. It's getting darker. In the bottom corner of your map, there's a dark, scary place. A place where you go very slowly. A place where you cannot see much. Question is, can the darkness actually see you? But of course, before we venture into the darkness, we have to start where we left off. Fighting constant battles for liberty of your own planet. Now you can see on the screen this wonderful chunky boy. Yes, at the start of this video, I was playing with this quite heavily, enjoying some lovely explosions. But what actually now ends is the main mission. We are closing in on the Project Ziggurat. Finally, I can teleport. Should definitely finish it earlier than I did. At this point, our colonies are quite chunky. It is time to push them to another level. Very curious what it will do to the Luddic majority. Hopefully they won't be mad to this overlord. Increases our colony income by another 25. It's growing quite rapidly. Alpha core to the Star Fortress. This one will be genuinely unstoppable. Look at the Alpha core beauty. Hopefully no hegemony inspection will come. To investigate the possible use of forbidden AI technologies. Yes, as you can see, it is pretty obvious what the response was, although this doesn't look like a hegemony fleet, does it? Where it be? If I'm looking at this correctly, it's some Persian remnant. But anyway, they still got wrecked. And of course, we cannot forget the hegemony. Yeah. We are in problem. But still, look how long this thing survives. This is not a small firepower. I cannot get just enough of the big ducker. Well, now what I was mentioning from the last episode as well. The defense of your sector is quite a struggle. Fighting happens all the time, and even though I have 6 planets fully pimped out with incredible Paragon fleets, still somehow the incoming fleet says, your defense forces are heavily outmatched. So I have to be always on standby, looking for my colonies. Reapers in your face, that doesn't matter because... look how much HP do you have. Like, I'm getting wrecked. You know, as you can see, I like things getting high. High numbers. Thank you. And I just realized there's quite a lot of footage of me just defending my planets. And most of it I didn't even record. But there is one important thing to get from all of this. I actually realized after some time I want to test the old capital ships. Soon I will probably do the best StarSector ships video. And I want to test things out. Like 2 hours of testing. I grabbed my capital ships, put some competitive build on them and try them out. I would put 2 ships of the same type against significant odds and see what will happen. Of course, AI had to pilot them, and for some reason I decided to pilot my own ship, but not fire back, but sometimes just to eat up damage, to make it more realistic. First, with the speed up going really fast through the space. Oh my god, yes, I'm wasting so much stuff. Once you get into later stages of the game, wastefulness doesn't matter that much. The Ziggurat project. Such a long time I haven't tried it. Konnichiwa. Hello! Sadly, I'm prepared. And as I was testing various ships to give a better opinion about them, let's see how everyone will do. I'm mostly worried about the Odyssey. But the onslaught is... oh. Yeah, just... I know it's a strong ship and everybody likes it, but for some reason it always dies on me when AI is flying it. I cannot help it. It's surprising actually how OP the Ziggurat is compared to the version you get. Yes, I'm bad-mouthing the Odyssey, but honestly, I know it's a good ship. Of course, AI cannot fly it for me, but it's not the only one that will suffer this battle. The onslaught is just so insanely tanky, like, look what is coming his way. Okay, maybe he can... This was nearly perfect, but I talked too much. Of course I want to recover this boy. Yeah, and as we are earning so much, these kind of things don't bother me. Ooh, hegemony inspection. This can result in open hostilities or the loss of at least some of your AI cores. Yeah, it's obvious what will happen. And they are likely to escalate the conflict if we are rough with them. Well, that's their problem. I'm running out of fuel. Which gets me to one point. I think a big change happened in this patch. What I was talking about when you go to any planet now. You're definitely running out of your supplies because your fleet is way too big. You can replenish and really expensive. but lovely way. There are so many different now efficiencies of the supplies and fuel here. Increase amount of fuel available for purchase at colonies by 50%. This is immense. Like, there's so many changes, and just like one of these has an insane difference on your gameplay. This is so much less annoying right now to replenish your stuff with a big fleet. Eat shit. I'm slow.
But of course, Odyssey hating doesn't end there.
Do I have just aggressive officer on this thing? Like, I have to check it. If I have an aggressive officer, I will let you know, because I usually don't have those. Why did they engage us? And now you have to see this, and you have to see this. I was engaged by one crazy fleet, and I am lost for words. Why did they engage us? Like, look what is engaging! They're not running away. They are going straight into us. Like, this is... Look at this thing! Look! What am I fighting right now? I feel really bad. This should be like against Geneva Accords or something, like, because oh my. Like, what are you doing? Look at Atlas is coming, Prometheus is coming. Like, there were so many support ships that they thought like they can engage. Like, that's a craziness. No, just look at this, what happened here.
Of course, a bit more Odyssey hate.
Just raise the shields, please. You're the most mobile ship. Just that the whole point of your ship is to get away. Okay, so we will have few options what to do about inspection. Allocate sufficient funds. This is the story point, but I think this is the best way to proceed. Finally finishing the last mission so I can jump through the gates. As mentioned, you should do it as early as possible. Bye-bye, suckers. But don't worry, we can spread the hate. Some ships, like this chunky boy, the AI isn't really good at them. AI struggles because with such a low dissipation you have to manage your flux. You have to manage your flux runs very efficiently. And if you don't do anything. Remember the hidden cache from previous episode? Well, let's see what is actually hidden here. This is a ghost fleet from the first AI war. Whoa. This is always annoying. Okay, this is a nice combo. Oh, this is great. It eats your shields and then the bombers rip you apart. Lovely. Okay. The Onslaught did a mistake. Yeah, big mistake. I'm always praising Onslaught, as it's not that mobile and it has insane armor and firepower. AI pilots it well, but still it does dumb stuff like that. Paragon is probably the ultimate AI ship. Definitely. Look at those beauties. Planet Killer is soon secured in your flagship. A lost planet killer is an object of dread which looms over every human in the Persian sector. A specialized warhead capable of sundering the world. This one is sadly saved and requires authorization codes. I want the code? I found a planet killer your fleet has left behind. As you can see, we acquired the planet killer, but it requires activation code. And I even visited a planet nearby. A lady knew something about it, but she didn't tell much. 1 million supplies. This is one of the craziest systems I've got. I can have all my planets there and being pretty decent. We also have Hyper Shunt really close. Notice the Odyssey. I think it will get wrecked. And it is a steady general, by the way. Oh, that was a damage. Go back. You're overextending. No, besides that it is a Hyper Shunt, there's one important fact. Why are we defeating these? Yeah, I'm saying that the AI isn't good, but I'm eating it, the most of it. Fast shields! That's why I love Paragon. It standed its own. The Odyssey will be soon gone. The Odyssey is gone. But I cannot be too mean against the Odyssey, because I'm doing the same thing. Can you shoot, please? I cannot move. I cannot judge. I've gotten soft at this game. I want this swing so badly. I cannot move. The whole time I couldn't do anything. Paragon disabled. Onslaught disabled. We got fucked. Look at the numbers. I cannot move. I genuinely cannot move. Nothing is working in the ship. Haha! Odyssey is laughing now. Yeah, sometimes it doesn't matter what kind of ship you are using. Sometimes you are at fault. Or we can point fingers on the tough battle, maybe. We got them at the end. I genuinely didn't remember this fight being so hard. Did I just blast my own head on? We're not gonna talk about this. This is what I wanted, and this is as well. As you could see, this is a good demonstration of what can happen to anyone if you're not careful with these buggers. Pretty much my whole fleet got obliterated. Use the brains, stay together, focus on one target, and you can pretty much survive without any casualties. What's crazier though, as I'm rich, I can just do this. Pricey. That's so insane. But it doesn't matter. As the Hurricane got nerfed, and the only strong missiles are now that are front facing. This leaves us with these two overpowered guns. Conquest with this weapon is broken. And I wasn't recording, boys and girls. That's unfortunate. Well, we are fighting the remnants. I was talking about how the onslaught is so much better with the new weapons that you get from the Tesseract. As the Hurricane missiles got nerfed, with these missiles you wreak havoc. Oh, because they are overpowered. But that's how it should be, because it's a late game weapon. Also, one thing I was complaining about, I really enjoy onslaught, but as you can see, it's getting quite wrecked. Oh no. Now, boys and girls, I thought that this would be one of the toughest battles I played this night, but it wasn't even close. I managed to fight the remnants, and I mean I fought against them with fully pimped up fleet, and I got wrecked multiple times. I really had to sit back into the chair and start strategizing. This was something else. As we capture the points, now we have not advantage, but big ships on our way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 capital ships. No, I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember if the enemies were always this aggressive. Just so out of touch how much damage they deal, in turn how much they take, and how aggressive they play. It's not much about tactics if they just press W, and we have even these weapons, which I haven't hit yet, but... Like, look at this. This is a 30-point ship. Obliterating. Oh, not obliterating. No, thank God I obliterated that one. But nearly obliterating my conquest. If I didn't get help, I would be wrecked. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Hit. Overload. This will be actually a long overload because the damage we dealt to it, to the shield, was massive. And somehow we won. It's the same like saying, somehow Palpatine returned. You have to understand... Oh, 2 alpha cores. Now, I have to be clear about one thing. I enjoy tough battles. And I think this game should have tough battles. The challenge is important to keep the game fresh and engaging. I even mentioned it in multiple videos already. But damn, this was really hard. I got crushed, and these are not badly built ships. I would recommend you build this way. And I had such a trouble against a fleet that was basically outmanned. I know, I wasn't using the most optimal strategy. One gets much better for a normal player than this, which is maybe good because he has to think about it. But like, imagine if you have a bad build on your ships, like you have no chance. Another fleet, let's see if it was just luck. If you want to try hard in StarSector, you have to capture the points. There's no other way. Oh no, look at the loadout. That's one of the deadliest loadouts I have seen on that Radiant. Flux smartly, so it doesn't get you off guard, because you're gonna get wrecked. Oh yeah. Bit caught off guard. Okay, our capital ship was destroyed. And this is the point. If you don't capture the points, you have no chance. Okay, maybe you have chance, but really lower one. That's one is really helping another ship down. That is a small ship. Do you understand what it does? But the Paragon is coming insanely. Here, the Paragons are the goats. Nice. Again, long, really long overload because of the Rift Torpedo. We won, but still, it's 2 alpha cores. I really have to start thinking about better fleet compositions. Time for round 2 against the Tesseract. Let's do it smartly. Let's see. With this fleet, I think should be fine. Just one target. Nearly die from the initial fight. But when you focus him, as I said, and use OP ships. Can I move? Jesus. But you can agree, that's stupid. That's brain dead. Like, Jesus, that was insane. Start to enjoy more and more the Executor class. Insane ship. Yes, we are using smarter tactics. It's going much better. Doesn't mean we won't get a little bit wrecked. Like, again, this conquest cannot move. And it won't move for a while. Okay. One more ship down. Again, conquest. Could have been worse. 2 losses. Not that bad. We can recover. And we get another reality disruptor. Well, good that you have disgusting amount of money. And you can repair your ships, right? Now as the big fights are over, it is time to venture to the abyss. And I was really excited for it. Now the final preparation before the big journey. Yeah, that will be the build. And the Legion will have 1 reality disruptor. Oh, by the way, hold Alt and just scroll over your weapons. Now that's that ridiculous amount of supplies. 1,000, are you kidding me? Now I'm looking for 1 specific ship that would help us with the 16 burn speed. The Ux class tug ship will increase our burn speed. Now we are going 18 in the system, which will be quite beneficial if we have to run away from something. And now look at this slipstream. And as I already mentioned, this is one of my favorite additions to the game. Reverse polarity. Now we use a minimal amount of fuel and we traverse faster. This is a chunky boy. And I think this is how skills should be done. Interaction with the environment. And now the journey begins. This saved us so much fuel. I can, like, from here to here? Are you kidding me? It's getting darker, and I'm getting much slower. Am I recording this? This is creepy. Hopefully it doesn't affect my fuel use. We are flying. I won't use the extra speed up, so we don't miss anything. What is this? Nothing. You trolled me. Abyssal light. The question is, should I go near it? That's the problem. A cold light fills the view screen. It's quite stark against the utter darkness of the hyperspace abyss. Some academicians speculate that it might be spontaneous buildup of dark energy, maybe. All seals confirmed safe. A sort of ward against evil. It does appear to be highly unstable. They always are, and they are difficult to properly scan. If we use active sensor burst, we will increase our sensor range. If we use interdiction pulse, it will increase our burn speed level. It's said to be a bad luck to meddle with things this deep in the hyperspace. Understood, I'll be mindful. And what the hell should I supposed to do? Maybe a brighter idea to not go with entire fleet. So if I use this, will I provoke something inside the abyss? Hopefully not. But even for the YouTubes, right, I should try it. What the hell is that? It is not massive enough to create a jump point. Traverse jump? Konnichiwa? Hello, the relic ship, a pog. Search reveals that it is, or rather was, a Tritakian flagged vessel. The crew is dead. They follow was scraped onto the decking with a multitool. Low oxygen psychosis is not unheard of and under such catastrophic conditions. What exactly it was the shield was supposed to keep out or in is unclear. Do we want to recover this apog? I think salvage is enough. Nothing extraordinary gained. My fleet approaches Perseus. The planet is deep into abyssal hyperspace and cannot be colonized. Well, such a shame. Let's jump to hyperspace. It will follow us. Good that we bought that one extra Prometheus, but I should have probably another one. Telltale signs of pirate crew. The ship was part of a small pirate flotilla tracking a well-supplied independent expedition working its way through the outer fringe in the stultifying darkness. Damn English. Supplies and fuel dwindling and no certainty of a hostile resupply. The pirate leadership began to argue. There wasn't quite enough room for everyone, it appears. Let's salvage it. Nothing special again gained. Nothing special on this planet as well. But this is a nicer space. Let's continue our journey. Oh, what the fuck was that? Are we even moving? That's the question always. We are in the middle. Hopefully, we can gain some fuel, although we can go back. I don't feel that confident. Something is in front of us. And another abyssal light. Let's use it again. Nothing. But what is this? Should we have not disturbed it? Is it moving actually? Or are we only... It's gone. We're slowly closing in on the limbo system. Limbo, brown dwarf. Wouldn't it be like cool? Like if we went through this system, we would uncover something horrific that would cause a great danger to the sector. Some sort of tyrannid swarm coming its way into the middle. That would be cool. Hello? Seems normal. You have, by the way, such a huge sensor profile that anything that will be here will definitely find us. Reach deposit? Yeah, I cannot colonize even with the sun. Your fleet approaches the mining station. Despite the darkened exterior, sensors report a mix of minor energy readings. As your fleet moves closer, new energy signatures are detected near the station. Really? Is it even worth sending anything? Yeah, as I thought, this would be a fast wrap-up. There's nothing they can do. Don't worry, I'm not foolish enough to think this is it. Ease you in about the horrific things that will happen to you soon? Did I just read a whole section? Thought it was not normal, but it's actually normal, but I don't read that much anymore. Mothballed equipment cache. A huge cache structure. Oh, here we go. Our famous horror. Are we overkilling this one? It's never an overkill. Of course I know this ship. The crazy part is sometimes, however, when you play modded, you're not 100% sure which is modded and which is in the game. So I halfway expected this to be modded. We are crushing those though. You have to be careful not to get overloaded. Oh, no. Those things just hit like a truck. And bye-bye, Abyssal Horror. This has to get stronger. Like, do you remember how much trouble the Remnant fleet cost us? No particular rewards. Finishes the approach of the cache without further incidents. Point of stability. The automation went into standby at some point, and here it is. Acquired wormhole calibration data. Wormhole anchor and wormhole scanner. Wormhole anchor can create wormhole terminus at stable location. Initial activation requires antimatter in form of starship fuel. A fleet entering wormhole without scanner would never be seen again. Stable location. Deploy wormhole anchor. Only 100 fuel consumed. Create the wormhole here, but attempting to traverse the wormhole early consistently results in an ambiguous disaster. In this case, however, the work has been already done here. Alright, let's use the wormhole anchor. Let's go in. Hell yeah. Space horror. Your fleet approaches the Domain Era Gate Holder. It is a Leviathan, alien force of domain power. Known variants of gate holder design are pulled up from the shared display to match the example which looms over your fleet. Expedition of gate engineers to reset the primary system and send the holder back on its journey. We are 100 cycles behind the schedule, but no one showed up. I have the pleasure to report that it is possible to reactivate the gate holder. It could be targeted to a known system with the Persian sector at your command. Tell me how to turn this thing on. 1,000? Are you fucking kidding me? We had to get the Transplutonics. Estimated gate holder travel time 465 days. Let's go. That's a lot of days. Jesus, this will take time. Bye-bye, holder. Estimated open space. Estimated 416 to complete transit. And now it's time to go back through the darkness. Things are following us still. Now, on the way back, we would found still some wormholes with planets in them. But somehow, when I read through them, nothing extraordinary would happen, which left me quite bummed out. I'm sad. Nothing happened. And we're back in normal space. That's so cool, but I was expecting more to happen. Something that would hunt me, like an animal that I am. Some space horror. One thing, it's like the Remnants fleet and current state are 10 times more scary than the space horror, whatever it is. That's the thing. Saturation bombarding coming to my lovely system. You have a problem? Hello, nearest gravity well. I'm so sorry, but now the worst thing happened. We ran out of fuel. And if you know how it works, you will be drawn into the nearest gravity well. And with such a huge fleet, it's hard to resupply the fuel you need. You have to spam the distress signal. Hopefully someone will come to help you. Or not. Doesn't matter. But it has to happen multiple times. What is better, as you have seen, I'm stuck in this system while saturation bombardment is planned to happen at my system. Defending fleets are outmatched, I have no idea how. And of course, catastrophic damage. Very down. And I'm stuck somewhere in the space with no fuel. Thankfully, we managed to get the fuel somewhat in time to arrive at our system. Oh my god, it's happening already. You're gonna eat shit for this. At the end, we managed to go back to our base in time, even though we ran out of fuel in the middle of space. We managed to defeat the huge incursion, which would at the end cause a catastrophic damage. Wow, that was interesting. Now the thing is, we have to wait for the hauler to come to our system and see what it does. And for the first time going into the abyss, it had the wonderful creepy vibe. Very nice. Sadly, not much of a threat, is it? I will travel through it more and let you know. Look, we are not that big of a community, but we have a heart. If you could help also, it would be appreciated. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. It is fun here. At least I hope. And of course, take care.